have before you the draft budget 2017 for consideration. The draft budget 2017 was approved by the Council of Ministers on September 1st, 2016, subsequently submitted to the Council of Advice for their review. The Council of Advice forwarded its report and comments on October 19, 2016 to the Ministry of Finance. The comments and observations by the Council of Advice were addressed and subsequently included in the budget draft 2017 you have before you, and handled by the government and sent via the Governor to Parliament on November 10th, as the Chair Lady just pointed out. Parliament scheduled its meeting of the Central Committee of Parliament to discuss this budget today, December 5th. Pursuant to the Kingdom Law on Financial Supervision, Country St. Martin is required to submit annual balanced budgets that conform with the norms stipulated in the Kingdom Law on Financial Supervision, as well as balanced multi-annual budgets. The draft budget 2017, as well as the multi-annual budgets required by the Law on Financial Supervision, covers the period from 2018 to 2020, and that also lies before you. The revenues projected in the 2017 draft budget reflect the average actual revenues generated over the past 3 years, increased with an inflation factor of 1% as the projected income for 2017. The expenses projected in the 2017 draft budget are basically the expenses projected in 2016, increased with a price index growth factor of 1%. The total current account revenues projected in 2017 amounts to 471.1 million guilders. The draft budget 2017 before you is conservative, realistic, and balanced. The budget is balanced as the projected revenues for 2017 covers the actual projected expenditures for 2017. The draft budget 2017 also takes into account the instruction issued by the Kingdom Government in 2015, which requires St. Martin to provide for compensation for the deficit piled up by St. Martin from 2010 to 2014 at the rate of 20 million guilders a year. In the budget of 2016, provisions were made for the first year compensation of these deficits. In line with the Kingdom Government instruction, the 2017 draft budget provides for the second tranche of 20 million guilders compensation to cover the deficits from 2010 to 2014. After deduction of this 20 million guilders from the total projected revenues in 2017 of 478.1 million guilders, the revenues that remain in 2017 amounts to 458.1 million guilders. This is what is projected as to cover the expenditures in 2017. The draft budget 2017 leaves very little room to implement new policies. The projected revenues barely cover the expenditures, and any new policies not provided for in the budget cannot be pursued or implemented without generating new sources of income. The lesson learned from the 2016 budget is that the best laid plans sometimes go awry, and that constant vigilance is required to timely take measures to steward the income and expenses of the budget so that at the end of the budgetary cycle, the budget numbers remain in balance. Accomplishing this in 2016 has proven to be extremely challenging as a result of a steep decline in income. This revealed itself in a steep shrinkage of TOT tax income in 2016. Goods sold and services rendered by businesses declined substantially. A major part of this decline can be attributed to the loss of several cruise lines at the end of 2015. Another area that contributed to a decline in TOT taxes relates to the increase in online purchases. Purchases made from suppliers via the internet are not subjected to TOT taxes because the suppliers operate outside of St. Martin. The explosion of online purchases not only affect TOT income, but also turnover of local businesses, as well as unemployment and tax revenues in St. Martin in general.
Need a loan that's quick and easy. Island Finance. Up to 50,000 guineas really easy. Island Finance. For education, a renovation, that's no problem. Yes, it's true. That's not all. They're quick and friendly too. Island Finance. Appliances, vacations, even fix your car. You can depend on Island Finance.
What inspires you? Is it nature in all her glory? What excites you and fills your heart with joy? Is it his smile that brightens a room like the colors of the rainbow?
Make your Christmas colorific with Berger. Shop to win fantastic instant prizes and enter for a chance at a shopping trip for two to Miami with $1,000 spending money. See the press for details.
Berger Paints, all the colors of you.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Life is a journey full of connections. You're in safe hands even when life starts too soon. You don't have to miss a single beat. When a bad hair day makes you sad, just sharing can bring you joy and more to come. They take the plunge, turn fear into faith, while you capture those beautiful moments. In the game of life, it's family that counts. They'll be there even when you lose. We all have our moments of reflection and hope. And when you feel you're losing everything in life, we're there, because there's more to come. When life starts too soon, you don't have to miss a single beat. We're here to connect you and share life. Telcel, when you want more.
Right on Jesus, give us more rain until we are wet and we are so not afraid. What a mighty God we serve! What a mighty God we serve! What a mighty God! What a mighty God we serve! He's a mighty God. Angels bow before Him. Heaven and earth adore Him. What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God. What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. Angels bow before Him. Heaven and earth adore Him. What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God. What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. Angels bow before Him. Heaven and earth adore Him. What a mighty God. Things are getting better. Things are getting better.
There's much to be thankful for, and therefore we have gathered here today to give honor and glory to the Almighty for sparing us for so many years and sparing us even yet another season. Yes. We call at this time upon Sister Sydney Miller, who would lead us in this embarked song to give honor to the country. Let us all stand, please.
Over the world, say where you find an island there, so lovely, small, with nation free, with people French and Dutch, though talking English much, as the Saint Martin in the sea. Oh, sweet Saint Martin's land, so bright by beach and strand, with sailors on the sea in harbors free, where the chains of mountain green variously in sunlight sheen. Oh, I love thy paradise, nature's beauty fairly nice. Oh, I love thy paradise, nature's beauty fairly nice.
In 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 18, we are encouraged, in everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus concerning you. So there's no doubt that we gathered here because it is God's will that we meet here and celebrate and give Him thanks for what He has done. In saying welcome, I say welcome to the Honorable President of Parliament, Mrs. Sarah Westcott Williams, the Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. William Marlin and Mrs. Marlin, the High Council of State, the Honorable Council of Ministers, which include President Mr. Emil Lee, Mr. Richard Gibson, Ms. Silvera Jacobs, members of Parliament, members of clergy, invited guests, and in case you have not yet been welcomed, all other persons in attendance. I promise you, as you have already witnessed so far, we have a great package in store for you with Thanksgiving service this evening. Welcome and enjoy it.
I like to think about the goodness of the Lord. He gives me everything I need and so much more. So I just want to lift my hands and say that I love him. I just want to lift my heart in praise. And I want to be thankful. I want to be grateful. I want to remember everything that the Lord has done. I want to be thankful. I want to be grateful. I want to be. I want to be. I want to be. Oh, oh. I like to think about the goodness of the Lord. He gives me everything I need and so much more. So I just want to lift my hands and say that I love him. I just want to lift my heart in praise. And I want to be thankful. I want to be grateful. I want to remember everything that the Lord has done. I want to be thankful. I want to be grateful. I want to be. I want to be. I want to be thankful. I want to be grateful. I want to remember everything that the Lord has done. I want to be thankful. I want to be grateful. I want to be. 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 I want to be.
Oh my, what an inventory list, and so unnecessary. But wait, your home contents are all insured by Be Sure. That means that you determine the amount you want to insure. No inventory list, no hassle.
Are you be sure? Be sure.
Bob, I can understand why you're parking so carefully. Of course, when you can get 80% discount on your Be Sure car insurance. But that's overdoing it, Bob.
Are you be sure? Be sure.
Yeah!
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
Just look across our region and tell me what you have seen the past months. Over 1,000 dead as Hurricane Matthew tore into Haiti. 1,000 human souls lost in one catastrophic storm. We may not be able to comprehend what that means. However, but for the grace of God, goes St. Martin. Matthew may have spared the Dominican Republic, but the torrential rains didn't. The rains ravaged the northern part of that country recently, resulting in over 2,000 homes destroyed and thousands of people evacuated by force as the government there declared a state of emergency. There again, but for the grace of God, goes St. Martin. Even in Aruba and Curacao, where the natural disasters of this magnitude have been very rare, the rains have also wreaked havoc there just a few mornings ago. But we've had rains here in St. Martin too, but not with similar devastating effect. Take a quick look around the world and tell me what you have seen. A major earthquake in Japan with threats of a tsunami, and the list goes on and on. This is not to beat our chest and think we have done something to deserve God's mercy upon us. But given all of this, I ask you, does St. Martin have reason to give thanks? Do we have any reason to give thanks with grateful hearts? Oh yes. 18 years ago, when the faith community on this island came together with government to establish St. Martin's own Day of Thanksgiving, it was mainly in response to a series of devastating hurricanes that pounded the island for 4 consecutive years, starting with what we all can recall, Hurricane Luis in 1995. It was common at the time for many on the island to say we had deviated from the ways of the Lord, and that was why we were being punished. But no matter what mess we were in, God came through for us and showed us that there was a message in that mess. And that message was that the storms were not sent to break us, but to make us realize that the gift of life is priceless. 18 years may not seem such a long time for some people, but it's the age of maturity. A child born 18 years ago would have been able to vote this year. I know some of you might say, there he goes, trying to play politics. But let me put your fears to rest. It is one of the prayers I would like to offer as our celebration comes of age on this Thanksgiving Day, a prayer for stability in government so that we won't have snap elections again and that the next elections will be held in 2020. Our people deserve that as a thankful people. Someone once wrote, and I quote, "Thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. Thankfulness may consist merely of words. Gratitude is shown in acts." In this regard, I believe we have a great lesson to learn from the Holy Bible book, which in the parable of the 10 lepers teaches us about gratitude. Jesus had healed 10 lepers who called out to him from afar to cleanse them. But only one of the 10 returned to thank him, and that one was a Samaritan, a foreigner. I'm not going to give you a sermon on this. I'll leave that to the inspired wisdom of our clergy. But I want to highlight the following points. It struck me that Jesus did not make 9 lepers who did not return to say thanks unwell again for their lack of gratitude. He did not punish them for their ingratitude. Oh no, all of them remained cleansed. But he blessed the Samaritan. He said to him in Luke chapter 17, verse 19, "Arise, go your way. Your faith has made you well." All of them remained cleansed, but he blessed the Samaritan.